This is KCTV English News. I'm Nick Brontes. Civic organizations and labor groups against commercialization of the medical system are demanding that the permission to open Greenland International Hospital be revoked. About 500 representatives of the Korean Federation of Trade Unions and the Korean Health and Medical Workers Union held a rally Thursday morning in front of the provincial office. They promised to get 1 million signatures from people who oppose the establishment of the hospital, which they claim will usher in for-profit medical care. They also condemned Governor Won Hee-kyung for his decision to permit the hospital's opening, which they say runs counter to the will of Jeju people. They said that if he didn't withdraw that decision, they would ramp up their opposition, including public efforts to get him to resign. The protesters then marched to the Greenland Group office in Myeongdong, all the while demonstrating for the cancellation of the for-profit hospital project. Officials say the new bypass connecting the airport with the Jeju City 5-day market will open mid-summer at the earliest. Jeju City is picking up the pace of the construction of Route 1132 with the aim of opening it in July. The 2.2-kilometer road will have 3 lanes in each direction. It will run from Daho Village near the airport through the 5-day market and then connect with the Ilju Road. Jeju City also plans to build another bypass connecting the Samhwa district and the Bonyong Road. The reconstruction of Ido Jugong Apartment Complex 1 is one step closer to reality. Jeju City has permitted the establishment of a redevelopment association for the complex. This comes after a committee was formed in 2012 with the goal of forming that association. The reconstruction will proceed with the selection of a maintenance company and a contractor. The plan is to build 11 14-floor apartment buildings at the site. The provincial government will conduct national safety inspections from February 11th through April 19th. Officials will inspect about 3,200 locations that are deemed at risk for accidents, including large construction sites, schools, and facilities that deal with toxic chemicals. During the spring thaw from mid-February through the end of March, authorities will focus their probes on steep hills, retaining walls, and stone walls. Officials are streamlining the approval process for solar electricity projects. The provincial government has removed the need for development approval from municipal administrations before a project can receive overall permission to proceed. Officials say this shortens the project approval process from about 60 to roughly 40 days. Each year, the local government receives more permit requests for solar energy projects. The total stood at 100 in 2015, but it ballooned to 730 in 2018. It's time again for Film Focus. Here's Mike Laidman with what's new in local theaters.
We did it. We made it. Welcome, everyone, to 2019. All the best for the new year. And now that that's out of the way, we can get back to the movies. The year might have changed, but that's about it. Get ready for some sweet originals, some mind-blowing sequels, and for some dribble, of course. Because what would a good movie be without a bad one to go along with it? This week, this year in fact, we've got the sequel to 2012's Wreck-It Ralph, as well as a prequel to the Transformers series that's looking to take things way, way back to the series roots. So let's plug in, boot up, it's time to fly. Welcome to another edition of Film Focus. I'm Mike Laidman. Video game bad guy Ralph and best friend Vanellope von Schweetz leave the comforts of Litwack's arcade in an attempt to save her game, Sugar Rush. Their quest takes them to the vast, uncharted world of the internet, where they rely on the citizens of the internet to help navigate their way. Lending a virtual hand are Yes, the head algorithm, and the heart and soul of the trend-making site BuzzTube. And Shang, a tough-as-nails driver from gritty online auto racing game called Slaughter Race. plays Vanellope wholeheartedly embraces. So much so that Ralph worries he may lose the only friend he's ever had. The original was funny, but the sequel is even more so, expanding its horizons with larger, more colorful adventures while still focusing on the core cast of characters and bringing them to all new levels. The movie doesn't pander, doesn't simplify, and that's part of what makes it so great. A family film? Absolutely.
What kind of a princess are you?
Shouldn't it be Ralph Wrecks the Internet?
Yeah, since he is Wreck-It Ralph.
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
On the run in the year 1987, Bumblebee finds refuge in a junkyard in a small Californian beach town. Charlie, on the cusp of turning 18 and trying to find her place in the world, discovers Bumblebee, battle-scarred and broken. When Charlie revives him, she quickly learns this is no ordinary yellow VW bug. Heartwarming stuff, and seemingly a far cry from the intense, epic, over-the-top battles that characterize the last few entries in this series. So is this a new, smaller, more heartfelt Transformers movie? The Michael Bay movies seem to alternate between awesome and corny, depending on who you ask, but here, Bumblebee is consistently good from start to finish. The performances are spot on, and there's a surprising amount of depth for a movie that mixes 80s nostalgia with science fiction. This is a family movie that blends heart and action in unexpected ways, and is definitely worth your time.
Way to end this war. You must protect Earth and its people.
Any showers early Saturday should stop by the afternoon. Skies will remain mostly cloudy and moderate winds will blow throughout the day. For more, here's your forecast. The low in Jeju City will be 6 and the afternoon high 8 degrees. Temperatures in Seogwipo will fall between 8 and 11. In Seongsan, the low before lunch will be 5 and the high later on 7 degrees. Similar temperatures are expected across the island in Gosan. And the morning low up on the mountain at Songpanak will be 0, and the afternoon high 3 degrees. Out on the water, winds will be out of the north and northeast at 8 to 13 meters per second, and seas will be between 1 and 2.5 meters. Here's a look ahead into next week. And that brings us to the end of today's newscast. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll tune in next time. Until then, don't forget to find us on YouTube by searching for KCTV E-News Jeju. 시청자 여러분, 감사합니다.